Hello there everyone, it's TIGR Toby and welcome to a new video, and today it's time for the third team guide on Football Manager 2018. I'm going to go through the Premier League teams one by one, analyse their squads at the start of FM18, and maybe if you want to do them in your saves, to see who you should sign, who maybe you should get rid of, and who to utilise in your team, and more importantly, with the new dynamics feature, who not to upset. So as I said today, we're doing it with Tottenham. Now, Tottenham are really close to the Premier League title. They finished third a few years ago, they finished second last year, and really now the chase is on to try and beat the big clubs, the Chelseas, the Manchester clubs. I'd like to say Liverpool, even though I support them, but let's not say Liverpool, because it could get a bit controversial in the comments. But let's get on to the Tottenham squad. Now, Tottenham have got a really strong squad. As for Chelsea, if you watch the Chelsea one, it's going to be really tricky to suggest many players for Tottenham. The only thing I would say, looking at their team reports, is that their depth for the right back position is a little bit wary. And there's also a leadership void in the squad, so I've tried to look at that, and as well as improving the overall depth of the squad. So if we look at the dynamics first off, if we look at the hierarchy, you've got the three team leaders in Hugo Lloris, Harry Kane and Vertonghen, and that's expected, you know, players that have been in the club for a long time. Of course, Harry Kane coming through the youth setup at Tottenham, no need to introduce him as a top player. And then of course we've got some players that have signed like Davinson Sanchez, Kyle Walker-Peters coming through the youth team, and a few more. I don't really recognise a few of these names, but the likes of Llorente and Aurier of course are signings over the summer from foreign clubs. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to blend in. But if you look at the squad, really your main goalkeeper obviously is Hugo Lloris, with Vorm a solid backup option. I do feel sorry for Vorm in his career really, even though he's being paid a ridiculous amount just to sit on the bench. But they've got a really strong squad, as you say. You've got the double Belgian centre-back pair, and then you've got a right-back of either Aurier, who they've signed, or Trippier, and then they've got Danny Rose on the left, or they can use Ben Davies. So they've really, actually, even though it said they haven't got much depth, in most positions they have got quite a little bit of depth. So if we go on the scouting, and a few players I've picked out that might be able to sign now. Obviously this isn't gospel. I'm not saying you must go and sign these players. These are 4 players I've picked out, and you might be getting a laugh for about 2 of them, particularly Raphael and Vardy. But if you don't want to sign them, fine. I'm only giving you a bit of advice on who I would sign. But starting with Tottenham, you've got a really healthy transfer budget of 65 million and a wage budget of £151,000 a week. Of course, that can be manoeuvred to mean that you get more wage budget in the cost of transfer budget. But the first player, really, if you're an English football fan, needs no introducing. It's Jamie Vardy now. They've pretty much only got the one striker of Tottenham in Harry Kane as a solid striker anyway. Harry Kane's going to be playing most of your games for you. They've got Vincent Janssen out on loan, and they have signed Fernando Llorente as a backup option. But apart from Llorente and Kane, there isn't really much in the striker option. If we look quickly at the under-23s, we've got a few good players going through the setups, particularly Thomas Glover as a goalkeeper, which I don't recommend signing another goalkeeper. Hopefully by a few years in, he should be good, and he's already got 2 stars on his ability, so a decent rating. And as well, for the strikers, if you want to keep Vincent Janssen and bring him back from Fenerbahce, can you bring him back? No, you can't, until the end of the season. But at the end of the season, if you want to bring him back, you can do, but I'd probably sign another striker just to be safe. And that strike for me will have to be Jamie Vardy. If you look at him compared to Kane, he's got similar mental, similar defending, obviously much more speed and vision. Harry Kane's a little bit better in the technical aerial and attacking areas, but if you just want a solid poacher of the ball who will just run beyond the defence, Jamie Vardy is definitely a pick. But saying that though, with Vardy, he's obviously getting on a bit now. You might only get 2 or 3 years out of him, so really it's that risk you take for your money. But if you want to win the league, then I think Vardy's someone that you've got to look at. Of course, at Leicester winning the league with Riyad Mahrez and N'Golo Kante, those sort of players. And as you can see, Jamie Vardy always been solid for Leicester. You know, 13 goals last season, 24 in their title season. If you're looking for someone to join up with Harry Kane, that's definitely one I would consider. Another option on the wing then, and I just got really interested in this player. I'm doing a Liverpool save, my bait save, and Boufal battered me in my Southampton game against Liverpool. And I haven't done my Liverpool one yet, but you can bet your life my Liverpool team, God, I'll just be using all Southampton players as the players. It's practically our youth academy, isn't it? But anyway, let's get on to Tottenham. The thing that interests me about Sofiane Boufal, if you compare him to Eric Lamela, who's 2 years older, his stats actually aren't too bad. Scrap the defending, I'm not really interested about that as a winger. Physical, speed, vision, they're all quite similar. So, for Boufal to be 2 or 3 years younger, it's a very interesting prospect. He only signed for Southampton a few years ago. Well, he only signed last year, actually. He's 24 appearances started last year and 1 goal. So, it'd be interesting, maybe, if you could sign him. Just looking at the squad depth, though, would he really fit in? There's obviously a few good options on each wing. Eric Lamela really the best on each wing, but Son Heung-min could fit in on the left wing. But it's really another depth option. With only 6 players being able to play there, and on the left wing, one of them being Danny Rose, which I probably wouldn't advise on that left wing. But definitely, Sofiane Boufal is a good player to look at. He's a younger player. So obviously can develop even more, and he's very versatile, can play all along the midfield, all along the attacking midfield, and even as striker, if needed. Maybe not very well, but he can play as a striker regardless. The third player then is another striker, an alternative to Jamie Vardy, probably cheaper and more, obviously younger alternative, as just an out-and-out striker, I can't say his name, Arkadiusz Milik from Napoli, and again in my Liverpool save, he seemed to do really well against us in our match. If we compare him to Harry Kane this time, if we go on Harry Kane, there we go. Obviously, the stats are pretty similar. The one thing that startled me, speed and vision are better, attacking's a little bit worse, but at the end of the day, actually, they're saying that they are the same age. So if you had these two strikers, really, you have a lot to improve. Over the years at Tottenham, you'll have plenty of years out of Milik, and at a value of only about 17.5 million, you could probably pick him up for about 25. But with Bayern as a major interest, if you want to get him, you need to get him quickly. Let's just have a quick look at Llorente, as he's obviously a backup option, 32. But as it says here, he's past his best, really, and the only player you've got up front is Kane. If he gets injured, you're going to be significantly depleted in terms of your squad. Even though you've got the likes of Ali, Suzo, you've got a solid squad at Tottenham. You're very lucky if you get to take them over. Anyway, the last player we're going to look at is Raphael, the right back. I did say earlier that there's a little bit of depth at the right back, but not a lot. Now, the thing that interested me about Raphael, I didn't actually know he was at Lyon, but if you compare it to Serge Aurier, who's the new signing, and obviously Aurier a little bit younger, but Raphael's got more speed, more vision, more technical, and in all aspects apart from the aerial aspect, he's quite similar. And it seems that probably you could pick him up for quite a cheap price. He's only 11 million, so even with sort of interest added in terms of even doubling his value, he's only going to take about a third out of your budgets, and it seems he's going to have quite a low wage as well. And he's quite versatile, can play even as a right midfielder, but can play on the left as well. So it's just really tricky with Tottenham, a club like Tottenham, because they have already got a good squad. But if you want to take them to a league winner, particularly in this year where the Manchester club's really strong and Chelsea, it's going to be really, really tricky. But obviously with that English base to the squad and a bit more foreign talent being put into that squad by Mauricio Pochettino, you could already have a good run at the league without even buying any players. Even though I haven't put any players in, I would suggest a 4-2-3-1 with a real solid backup line, and then you've got two good centre midfielders in probably Ali and Dembele, with of course your wingers being Son Heung-min and Lamela, and then Christian Eriksen probably just behind Harry Kane, and that would be a solid squad. One player you won't want to look at bringing over the season is Harry Winks. He's already 2.5 stars, which is apparently a fairly good rating for the first team. At an age of only 21, you want to look at investing into the squad. We've got quite a few good players as well in the youth setup. We've got Marcus Edwards that's still at the club, Josh Onome, who's gone out on loan to Aston Villa, that's correct. So, you know, well, if you guys are a natural FM players, played it for a long time, you will know that you need to use young players, because it would just be silly to not use them if they're good enough. But, of course, if they reach the potential and they're not as good as hoped, then you can sell them for a good profit, which is all what football's about, I think, money these days, quite unfortunately. But really, that's all I can suggest for Tottenham. They've got a solid squad, and as you can see, yeah, solid defence options, solid goalkeeper options, solid midfield options. The only thing I would say here is that there isn't really that striker depth, like I said before, so you might want to look at investing in a striker. If you only want to play with one striker, and you feel that Llorente is going to be enough depth out squad to squad, fair enough. But as you can see, one of the weaknesses is not a great deal of quality depth, and with Tottenham being one of these clubs that pretty much use the same 11 every game, if you have an injury crisis, I just always take that into account when I start an FM save. If you have an injury crisis, what you're going to do? You can't bring all the young players in, especially when you're going for the title. But you should be alright anyway. You've got a good wage budget, you've got good youth prospects, and as I said already, you've got enough goalkeeper, defensive depth, all that sort of stuff that I'm sure will be good for you. So let me know how you get on in your Tottenham saves. I'd love to see if you win the league, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Tottenham, but I don't mind Tottenham. There's nothing I got against Tottenham. But let me know how you get on in your Tottenham saves anyway on FM18. And I hope you have enjoyed this squad guide, this team guide, whatever I want to call them. Managed to go on my channel. I've got a Liverpool beta save going on there. And if you're watching this a little bit later, I will have Leipzig saves, even a save my local team, Hensford Town, in the Evo Stick League. So plenty of FM content to get your feet into. It's your teeth. Honestly, I'm terrible at these. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next team guide tomorrow at 6 PM. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.